We're going to talk briefly about the two required mentor observations through the induction program. Mentors need to submit two induction-focused observations. One of these observations happens in the fall and the other in the spring. The observations should be focused on capturing evidence for a specific CSTP element. You'll also need to use an observation form that is aligned with that element. So, if your candidate has selected a goal that's, let's say, around how to organize their content area matter to support instruction, we know that falls in CSTP category 3. These links take you to folders, and within each folder, you'll see that each one of the elements has its own observation record. Sometimes you'll have two different elements that work together during the observation, and that's totally fine. You can just go ahead and kind of merge two documents together if that suits your needs. What exactly are we talking about when we are calling this a CSTP focused observation? Well, the reason why we're doing a fall observation and a spring observation is we're trying to capture some evidence that the candidate is growing in the CSTP. The purpose of induction is not for candidates to have achieve, integrated levels in all of the CSTP. The goal of induction really is to help teachers develop the habits of mind and practices they need for continuous reflection and improvement. And our job is just to show that, yes, this teacher is working on CSTPs and they're working on professional growth. Some instructional coaches, the way they do this is they will do a scripted observation and then they will just lift evidence out of their scripting to fill out one of these CSTP focused observation forms. Others prefer to just fill the form out as they observe. It's really whatever works best for you. You do need to share the results of this observation with the candidate that you're supporting so that they kind of get a sense of where they are in terms of their CSTP progress. I've been asked by mentors in the past if they can use these CSTP focused observations for evaluation cycles. It's important just to be transparent with the person you're working with. If the teacher does not want this to be seen by an administrator or used in evaluation work, you need to honor and respect that. However, it is possible to do a scripted observation where you're focused on a particular practice for a teacher as part of their evaluation work. And then using the same scripted observation notes, you can lift out evidence that you can use to fill out one of these CSTP focused observation forms. So it doesn't mean you can't do an observation to meet both purposes, one for evaluation and one for induction. Just the way in which that information is shared has slightly different purposes. One set of information is going to the evaluator to show evidence of growth towards a goal, and the other is going to the induction program to show evidence of growth in particular CSTP areas. When you go to the Canvas course page, you'll see a screen that looks like this. You'll see directions for how to go about setting up the form. You'll see a link where to turn in your observation document when you're done, and then links to all of the folders that contain the different observation forms. As a special note, our education specialists will have one IEP observation done by their credential match support provider. What this means is a person, either their education specialist advisor or their mentor with a credential match, will go in and observe them facilitate an IEP meeting. This is to provide targeted feedback on one of the very important roles our ed specialists play. So that's it, a summary on the observation process for mentoring. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.